Hi everybody, welcome to Live Blogger. In this tutorial series, we have been building this stacking cards effect using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. In the previous video, we designed this section right here with this stacking card effect. Now in this video, we're going to add a little bit of JavaScript to add this scale effect. So when we scroll down after the last card, we can see that it scales down a little bit. So we're going to add that using JavaScript, and we'll also make this completely responsive. Now there are different ways of making this responsive, but in this video we're going to remove the stacking card effect from the mobile version, and we'll just change the layout where the image should be on the top and the content at the bottom, and we'll remove the card stacking effect in the mobile version. So let's get started. Now before adding our JavaScript, let's go to the style.css file and let's fix a typo that we have in the selector. So here for the stack section, we have this typo over here for the section. So I'll just fix that. Alright, now if you go back here, we can see that we have the padding added. Alright, now let's add the scale effect using JavaScript. So let's go to our main.js file. And we have already linked our main.js file over here in the index.html file. So here, first of all, let's go ahead and create a const called cards. Let's set it equal to document.querySelectorAll, and let's select all the stack card divisions. So here we can see for each of these cards, we have this division with the class of stack card. So let's type .stackCard over here. So this will store all the stack cards inside this cards constant. And let's create a function called updateCardScale. And in this function, we will loop through all of these cards. So let's type cards.forEach, and let's call each of the cards card, and let's also access the index. So let's type index over here for that, and let's create an arrow function. And now here let's type const, let's type rect equals card.getBoundingClientRect. Now this will give us an object which contains the position and the size of these cards. And let's create another const called progress, and let's set it equal to math.min math.max 120 minus rect.top divided by 300 1. So let me just explain this to you. Now this line of code basically calculates the scroll progress of each of these cards. So this rect.top is basically the card's position from the top of the viewport, and this value 120 is the point where we want the animation to start. So if you go back to the original design, if you scroll down, we can see that the animation starts after the card reaches here at the top from a point of 120 pixels from the top. And this value 300 is basically controlling how much scrolling is needed for the animation to complete. So in this way, the animation happens slowly based on the scrolling speed, and this whole value should be between 0 and 1. So this math.max makes sure that this value is never below 0. So here we have this 0 and this value. So it will just select the larger of these numbers. So if this number is negative, then it will select 0. And then we have math min. So it will select one of these, whichever is smaller. So if this is larger than 1, then it will select 1. So in this way, this progress value will be between 0 and 1. Right now, let's create one more constant called scale, and let's set it equal to 1 minus progress times, and we can add any value over here. So we can experiment with these values. I'll just type 0.035. And now we need to add the scale to the card. So let's go back to the stack card CSS. So here we have the stack card, and here we'll just go ahead and type transform. Let's type scale, and it will be a variable, and the variable will be called scale. And if no variable is set, we'll just set it to 1. And let's also add a transform origin. Let's set it to top center. So now if you go back to our main.js file, here we can just type card.style.setProperty, and we can just type scale, which is the name of the variable, and here we just type the value. So let's type scale, which is this value, dot to fixed. We'll just add 3. So this will just have 3 digits after the decimal point. Alright, now let's go ahead and call this function at the beginning, and let's also add an event listener. So let's type window.add event listener, and let's listen for the scroll event, and here we'll just call this function update scale, and let's also type passive true. Now this passive true makes sure that the browser has a better scroll performance. So it basically tells the browser that this function is only for listening to the scroll and it will not stop the scrolling. So because of that, the browser can scroll the page smoothly without waiting for the JavaScript. So it will have a better performance. Now let's go ahead and see whether this works. So let's go back to our website and let's scroll down. And when we are on the last card, we can see that it scales down a little bit. So you can go ahead and experiment with these values. So now if we go ahead and if we change this to 1, so this is how the scale looks. So in this way you can go ahead and experiment with these values. So I'll just keep it to 0.035. It looks good. Right, now let's go ahead and make this responsive. So let's go back to our CSS, and here let's go ahead and type tablet. So for tablet version, let's type at media max width of 900 pixels, and let's type stack card. Let's add a gap of 24 pixels. I'll just increase this browser width a little bit. So this is basically the gap between this image and this text. And let's set the padding to 22 pixels. And let's set the minimum height to 400 pixels. Let's also type card image. And for the image, let's set the minimum height to 340 pixels. And for the card content, which is on the right side, let's type card content. Let's type padding of 16 pixels, 12 pixels, 16 pixels, and 0. So this is how it will look on a tablet. Alright, now let's go ahead and style the mobile version. So let's type mobile. Now for the mobile version, we'll just disable the stacking. So let's type at media max width of 680 pixels. Now here, first of all, let's go ahead and type stack card. And in the stack card, if we go to the desktop version, here we can see it is set to position of sticky. So let's go ahead and type position of relative. So now we can see all these cards are one below the other. And let's set the top to auto, and let's type grid template columns to 1FR. So it will have just one column. So now we can see that the image is on the top and the text content at the bottom. Let's also type minimum height. Let's set it to auto, and let's set the padding to 20 pixels, and let's set the margin bottom to 0. Let's also type border radius. Let's set it to 26 pixels. Now let's target the card image. Let's set the width to 100%, and let's set the minimum height to 0. Let's set the height to 240 pixels, and let's set the border radius to 18 pixels. So this is the image. Now for the card content, let's type card content. Let's set the padding to 4 pixels. Now let's target the card content S3, and let's set the margin bottom to 16 pixels. And for the card content P, let's set the margin bottom to 24 pixels. Let's also set the font size of the paragraph to 16 pixels. And card number, so for the card number, let's set the font size to 13 pixels, and let's set the margin bottom to 16 pixels. Let's also target the card meta. So in the card meta, we have these spans for each of these words. So let's type card meta span. Let's set the font size to 12 pixels and padding of 8 pixels and 12 pixels. Now let's also target the intro and the outro. So let's tap intro and outro. Let's set the minimum height to 70 viewport height. And let's set the padding to 60 pixels and 20 pixels. So I think with that we have completed designing the mobile version. So here we can see for the mobile version, we don't have the stacking card effect, but we have the scale down effect from the JavaScript. And this is how it looks. But for the tablet and the desktop versions, we have this stack card effects. So that's basically how you can create this popular stacking card effect using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So that's basically it for this video. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the comments below. And if you like this video, please click on the like button and subscribe to this channel to get the latest video updates. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a nice day.